So another week goes by and another Hollywood adaptation of a anime gets thing. We talked about Robotech last week, and we just got the Ghost in the Shell that fell apart, and then Akira got basically some more news on that. So now we're up to Your Name, and I haven't seen it, but it's like everyone loves this film, and it's a more of a down to earth kind of film. It's not like those big action films. It's kind of like a regular story.
So if I name what director should direct this, what do you think would come to mind?
J.J. Abrams.
Yeah.
And I guess in this company, Bad Robot has won the rights to adapt it alongside Paramount Pictures. But here's the thing, though. We can't make anime movies because everything has to be Japanese. It's just, that's literally...
And the thing is, there's no reason for it to have to be Japanese. This is a normal story.
Again, I haven't seen this movie, and from what I understand of the plot, you guys out there, comment and tell us, is there anything in this story where it has to be Japanese? When I say that, like, if I was going to make a movie about, King Henry, and he's a black guy, well, that doesn't make sense. It needs to be a white dude playing...
Yeah, he needs to be a European.
Yeah, it has to be a European guy. That makes sense. So is there anything that's so tactile and so core to the film that it has to take place in Japan?
Exactly.
Because from what I understand, it sounds like this story could take place in Germany, in Australia, it could take place in New York City, it could take place anywhere.
There's no reason. It's not specific.
And how cool would it be if they did do that? Because what if they said they made the girl from Japan and we make the guy from, like, America,
LA or something? How cool would that be?
Yeah, because then she'd be like, oh, is this Japan? And she'll look around like, no, it's like Los Angeles. What the heck? And then...
Yeah, it's funny. It's not like this is a movie about the Shogun, okay? And you have to have specific to Japan.
But listen, right here, this is coming from GameSpot.com, and the original movie producer, again, I'm horrible with Japanese names, I'll just throw it up there, said, just like the film, it feels like a dream. Mr. Abrams and his team have captivated audiences with their masterful reimagination of known properties, and the main characters have found a perfect narrator to tell their sci-fi infused love story, which gave the film such drive. Does that sound like someone who's like, oh, it needs to be Japanese? And did you not hear those words? This is from the actual creators and producers, and they don't mind. Yeah. It's the fans that just, my goodness, it has to, everything coming out of Japan has to be 100% Japanese.
Again, I want to see what Abrams could do with it. I think that could be interesting. But I like on the article saying he has established franchises, some of the biggest ones in history. Not just franchises. These are like huge, humongous, gargantuan franchises.
Yeah, Star
and
Wars.
Your Name's not in that level. Okay, it's big, but come on. Let's not kid ourselves. Star Wars, Star Trek.
And again, in the same article, he goes on to say the meeting so far has creatively stimulating with fantastic ideas that no doubt will make a great movie. I am greatly honored to work with these incredible creators in bringing the audiences the Hollywood live-action version of Your Name. I don't know. What else more do you fans want? Can you not hear the words from the people who actually created it? You're not Japanese. Why do you care so much that it has to be Japanese? It sounds like I'm going crazy because I commented on this on some other message boards and stuff, and I asked them, what about this makes it to where it has to be Japanese? And no one ever answers me. Oh, the original creator's intent. Well, here's the creator's talking right here saying, oh, he's reimagined things and made great stories. We can't wait to do this. So it looks like they're on board with the reimagining, but the fans cannot get on board with an idea of, if there's a single Caucasian in this film, it will fail. Because the fans will come out with their pitchforks and torches and ruin the film.
Yeah, and we don't want to bring it up every time, but it's becoming a theme now. It's a theme. It is an established theme. That's what's going to happen.
But it's like we live in a world where this doesn't happen. Do you know in Germany and Japan and other countries, they remake television series like The Office and Friends, and they just make it in their country with their own...
And it's fine.
And nobody cares. No one... Head explodes. No one's screaming at producers to change it. Because they make it to where it's more about their audiences, and that's fine to take a story and retell it.
I don't know if they did live action, but I know back in the 70s and early 80s, Japan took things like Jack and the Beanstalk and made it into an animated movie. They took themes like...
classic fairy tales,
Tom Sawyer, all that. I mean, I think he made him do some live action ones, and no one complained about that. I said they have to be English, they have to be American. No, it's stupid.
Guys. Clint Eastwood took classic samurai stories and made them into westerns. And those are Those are Fistful of Dollars is one of the best.
Good, the Bad, the Ugly.
Yeah, those are great, amazing westerns, but they're basically Japanese stories.
And then the old tales like Samurai 7, and adapt them into, western movies.
Yeah, and it works. And it worked back then, but now that I guess we get this idea that we feel bad for taking a story like, oh, you're not... But it's fine. That's how stories are told.
I never had a problem with that.
No one ever cared until, seriously, the last, 5 or 6 years. Now it's like a thing. If something comes from a certain country, you're not allowed to change anything about it.
which is weird.
It's so strange. It's
Because when you think about it, just as a narrative story, that happens all the time.
Yeah.
The story goes to another country, it gets changed through the eons and time, and that's what happens.
yeah. You take good ideas, you put in your own ideas, you reimagine things.
like,
Guys, come on.
Just look at Japan and China. They bounce off old legends back and forth to each other so
Yeah,
many times.
they retold the story of Son Goku 1 bazillion times in
Dragon Ball
animes.
Z.
Yeah,
And it's no longer Son Goku, but the concept of what it came from.
Yeah.
You see Chinese people getting mad at that. Well, that's not the original.
Exactly.
It's stupid.
But again, it all just boils down to you're just not allowed to make people white.
And like you said too, it's not an official 100%. Just like the movie, he said he's making a adaptation. Right?
And these are coming from the actual creators and producers of the original movie saying how excited they are for this. Why can't the fans be excited?
About this.
But again, I can't fall in the trap. Well, J.J. Abrams is a big name. He'll get people in there. That's what I thought would happen with Scarlett Johansson. That didn't happen. So,
Oh man.
and she's the biggest actress around when it comes to Hollywood right now.
And I mean-
that didn't matter.
Exactly.
So I can't even fall into that trap anymore.
It just hurts my heart because I want anime to be something that everyone kind of enjoy, and instead of it just being it's that hobby those weird nerds watch. Oh, it's those weird Japanese cartoons, and you don't help the cause. I'm not saying you have to love everything that's made, but this looks like a story that can be told in live action without much trouble.
No.
And it can be told anywhere in the world. From what I understand, I don't think there's anything preventing it from being somewhat. It's not a period timepiece about like samurais, in the Edo period. Yeah, and all the samurais are white. Okay,
I just said the Shogun.
yeah,
Edo
that would be
period.
crazy
Yeah,
and stupid and
post-samurai.
wrong. But this doesn't look like that type of story that they have to be Japanese. I don't know. I predict failure. As soon as they show a single Caucasian person, especially for the main characters, this will fail 100%. There'll be people signing petitions on every anime forum.
And
There'll
it's a shame.
Yeah,
Like I said,
it's a complete
and
shame.
I know we sound like a broken record, but I know that's going to be the case. There's another movie I like to be made in live action that wouldn't take a lot of trouble, but it'd be much more mature. Would be Perfect Blue. But again, once you get English people or white people in there, they're going to hate it.
Yeah. it's gonna be
even
dumb.
though it's about a Japanese pop idol, well, you can make it about an American
singer.
pop idol, a
Yeah.
singer, and the parallels can work either way with the obsessive fans.
Yeah.
But it cannot, will not. The fans will not allow it to happen.
Exactly. They'll freak out and then and
Even again, I want these fans to read those quotes and then go to that producer and tell him he's wrong. Even though he created the dang thing, you're going to tell him he's wrong.
They're not going to hear that.
Yeah.
That's the little thing. I'm the one that I know what's best. That's not what it is.
Exactly.
These
I
weeboos and otakus, you guys are ruining live action anime. You just are.
I'll never
You're right
be.
over here.
That'll never happen. I don't ever see any of these films ever being big.
No.
The only one that kind of broke free, even though it wasn't anime, would be like Godzilla.
yeah, that
Well,
did-
Godzilla's been around for so long and had such a following.
But it's not really anime
no,
per se.
it's
but,
from Japan, but it's not. It's
Yeah.
more of a giant monster. Yeah.
So I can't see
do.
this thing. Even though from again, I haven't seen it, but from what I've heard from people saying, oh, it's a great film. It made a ton of money in Japan, and it looks like, oh, let's make it to where this can be experienced by more people, and the fans won't let it happen. I don't know.
exactly. I don't
Again,
know.
if you have a reason why this has to be, maybe they make the main characters, they both have to be Japanese, maybe some of the side characters, but you know what, that doesn't work either, because in
It's got to be 100%.
yeah, in the Aladdin movie remake, but the live action version of it, they're like adding some more characters, and one of the characters is a white guy, and the whole internet exploded. Even though it's a brand new character, they didn't change Aladdin, they didn't change Jasmine, they're all of Middle Eastern descent, but they added a new character that's going to be like a side character, and it's a white guy. You thought the world came to an end. So I don't know. I don't know what it is.
Whatever
You just
happened to just acting?
Nope.
Just be an actor.
nope. You have to be the race of the thing that originally came from. Even if it's a reimagining, it doesn't matter.
I don't understand. Look
But it's
at-
a new character. That's what's so stupid.
See, if they can't even handle that, there's no way. There's just everything about this film has to be Japanese. It has to take place in Japan. All the characters have to be Japanese. There can't be a single white person.
It almost also delineates and derives from like, oh, those are just cartoons. Doesn't matter if it's a good story. Who cares? Like it's that whole kind of. Well, that's not an anime. Okay, you know how that gets.
Yeah.
That kind of thinking.
I mean,
That it's just ridiculous.
It's just sad. Let's look at some of the greatest movies in history, like Ben-Hur or something. I mean, those actors, they're not from Italy or from Jerusalem,
Yeah,
or,
there's-
Jewish. So it's like, what the heck, guys? These are great movies that did really well.
But we live in a world where everything's got to be so PC. I don't want to get into that.
Yeah, but I know,
it's
it's
ridiculous.
just
HJW
sad.
stuff.
'Cause
I
this-
can't stand.
This looks like this
movie-
could be amazing. This could be something that
Yeah.
can be Academy Award winning. But I really, honestly, if they don't go 100% Japanese or Asian descent with the characters, the fans won't allow it to be successful.
Could you imagine if like someone took this anime, never said it was, and just pitched this idea to a movie company? It would hit gold.
But that's the thing. Like, you can't tell a story any other way. No other story can be adapted in any way.
Well, that's what gets me mad, because the transversity, Japan could take an American like I said before, and
fine.
it's totally fine.
No one cares.
No one cares.
It's I don't know. White people feeling bad about being white. I don't know.
That's stupid.
I don't
personally.
know.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
I
I'm baffled by the comments that I've read on this, like on some of the anime forums and stuff.
But you knew it was coming.
Yeah.
You knew it. It's
Yeah.
predictable now. It's predictable.
I don't know why they freak out so much. I don't understand. If the actor's a good actor, then that should be good enough. You would want the best actor playing that person.
I'm kind
right?
of glad Speed Racer came out when it did, 'cause it had suffered from the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It happened. That came out right before all this junk started
Before it
happening.
got really, really bad.
Yeah.
And the thing is, if the story takes place in Japan and one of these characters is white, it's going to fail.
Over.
They have to go 100% just so it can be successful. They have to film in Japan. Everything has to be Japanese. Everything.
The grip, the person serving the food.
Yeah, the guy. They order food to bring to the set. That guy has to be Japanese when he shows up on set. I don't know.
They
That's
know
how
he's
crazy.
bringing McDonald's. They don't care. He's Japanese. I mean, it's how stupid it's getting.
That's the point. That's where we're getting at. And I felt bad because you read these quotes and it sounds like the creators are super excited to tell the story.
Yeah, and I don't think they realize what they're going to be hitting that buzzsaw. They're not realizing.
Yeah, they're running into a buzzsaw made by fans that cannot be overcome.
Yeah. I hope I'm wrong, but again, that's what I said about Ghost in the Shell, and I wasn't.
Yeah, but we were dead wrong about that.
Yeah.
Hi guys, Crimson Sin here. You just watched a clip from our weekly podcast show. Be sure to check out the full podcast available here on this channel. Also, if you like the content and you want to see more of it, be sure to hit the like button and also go ahead and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more.